Well, he's got a lot of energy right now. Just got little puppy zoomies happening. Zeus. He's deaf though, so he has a hard time hearing me coming. It's evening, so good evening everybody. Say hello to everybody. Little miss. How's it going, big girl? She says, where's the carrots? No carrots right now, but it is close to feeding time. And I thought I'd bring you guys along a little bit for that, because it's kind of cute in a way when we drag the food out. So I'm starting over there in the hay room. Oh, little Annie's talking. What's going on, little Annie? Mane's looking fantastic, all brushed out, cleaned up. She's looking sharp, getting a little bit bigger. She's a little bit bigger. Lena's gonna call out, we'll hear that. A couple things, do a little housekeeping here. Bracelet update real quickly. Sent out the next round of bracelets today. Very exciting. Can't wait to finish. I think we've got another 9 or 11, can't remember now, more bracelets to build and then send out. So thank you everybody for being patient who has ordered one but hasn't got it yet. That's coming very soon. And then I put up a little video today on a paint by numbers kit that I found that I could source for a reasonable price, I think, for what it is, and put out interest. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So if you haven't seen the short, I'll put it in this video here, right? And now you guys can take a look at that and tell me, what do you think? Would you buy something like that? And if you did, what picture would you like to see? So the one that I show there is Lena, and I think it looks great. I think Lena's picture looks fantastic, to be honest. But I'm curious what you guys think. Yes, so the bracelet thing, I'll be talking soon about that. A lot of people have been very interested in a bracelet. So I guess I should probably say it, but if you want to know when that's going to happen, subscribe, because it's going to be in a video. And the other thing is we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. So if you've been holding off on subscribing, it'd be kind of cool. Not that I mean, everybody's here anyways, but it would still be kind of cool if that could happen. Okay, so let's get feeding. I'm in the hay room here. So what I'm going to do is fill up some hay bags, and then we're going to head out and feed everybody because it's about that time. They're so attentive. Zeus is still out with us. That's cool. Okay, so let's get on with that. There's actually a little bit of rhyme and reason to how I put these bales. We want the knot to be on top, here, so that when we cut them, we can take the twine out and quickly wrap it up, tie it like that, and then it doesn't get into the hay bags. It doesn't get left there. It doesn't fall into this pile of hay kind of thing. So that's an important thing. This is precarious, and I've got one over my shoulder. So let's see how this goes, see if we can get as many done in one run as possible. They're a little quieter than usual. Hi, Annie. How's it going? She's gonna follow me around. So we're really going to this girl here. Oh, that's right. It's dinner time. She's just rumbling away. Okay, so feeding time. Feeding time is kind of a funny thing because we try to give our horses sort of the equivalent to 24/7 hay, meaning that, you know, if all goes well, they don't really run out of food in their tummy. So they might run out a little bit from their hay bag for 2 to 3 hours or something like that, but it doesn't last for long. Okay, all good? I know, you're very hungry. I can tell by your eyeballs. Horses get very worried when they run out of food. I always get to say hello to everybody. Okay, bye-bye. Give them a little bit of a hard time. But it's good to check to see if there's any patience in them, whether they feel like they can tolerate you being in their space when they're kind of hungry. But the idea is that they don't really run out for too long at all. Horses running out of food in their stomachs can be a big issue because they get ulcers, and ulcers are painful. And so if you let, whoa, there they go. Did Lena touch that? Did you knock that off? She says, I would never do such a thing. But they get ulcers in their stomach because there's so much acid buildup. Hey, get. Just wait. Just wait. Sneaky horse. Oh, hi, Lena. And because the acid really has nowhere to go, obviously, nothing to burn it or nothing to absorb it. Look at that thing, all the way through the fence. Lena's already chowing down. This is hard to do with one hand. I don't think I was prepared for that. There we go. Wrap this around here. But horses are, well, they've got different stomachs than us. They constantly create acid compared to us. Hello, Annie. Annie's getting so much better at the top of her head. Come here. Prove to everybody how amazing you are. Come here. Come here. She is really, truly getting better. Come here, Annie. Good girl. Oh yeah, you're okay. She does better on a halter. So I always hassle her just a little bit like this. And then she just tolerates it. So that's why it's important to feed them very regularly and not the tried and true method of 2 flakes in the morning, 2 flakes at night on the ground. Hay bags are very important for that process. Annie is killing it with the hay bags, by the way. She's got it down pat. Okay, moving on, let's get to our next horse. But feeding time is an excellent opportunity to go about saying hello to all the horses and checking out whether or not they are going to get really worried about stuff, or whether they can handle having that bit of patience where we rub and touch and check them out and look at them and just say hello and greet them and say, well, your food's available when I say it's available. You don't have to be overpowering or too controlling, but hey, big guy, you're next. Usually you're a lot noisier. Today you're kind of quiet. He's still got a tiny bit left, so he's not totally out, which is kind of ideal. We don't want to let them run all the way out, but we want to check, make sure that they're patient. So I'm on this side this time, so I probably won't really mess with them too much. Chuck that over there. That goes on there. And we're done. Grab the old hay bag here. Put it there. And next horse. So yeah, so feeding time is a great time to check in with everybody, see how they're doing, check the waters, stuff like that. So see what Gracie's doing. She's probably not even out of food, and she's still gonna shake her head around. She's doing a little bit better overall, I think, because I'm gonna come in for feeding time. I always make sure to give her, she's yelling at Yoko right now, even though Yoko still has food, lots of food. But I always kind of have a little check-in. I'm gonna step in between her food and her, and I'm just gonna say, can you accept some scratchings? And she says, yeah, absolutely. Love a good scratchings. And she really does, right? Step in again. So I'm just gonna ask her back because I'm kind of pinned here. So I want her to step back. So Gracie's pretty much my only problem child, I guess you could say, when it comes to, she's still got a little bit left in there, but she's looking over at Yoka, and Yoka's thinking, hey, fresh bag, cool. So I wouldn't call this food aggression. I would just call this worried about another horse for whatever reason, even though that horse can't get in here. So I'll just say, you know, you're okay. And again, we give a little bit and then release. She can go eat. Actually, we got to grab that other hay bag. Let's come back around. She looks so worried. Horses that have a history of sort of being, you know, it's hard to call them starved, because a lot of horses can live on very, very little food. I've seen it. It's crazy. But to them, they're starving when they don't have food available. So one of the ways that we keep horses a little bit calmer is by kind of making sure that they've got food available, forage available. Essentially, hay bags really slow them down. And it's super beneficial because then they've got this stuff that's in their stomach. But when they run out of food and then they run out of stuff in their stomach, it's anxiety provoking. So if a horse has sort of known that in the beginning of their life, I believe it carries forward for quite a while. You know, they can get quite anxious. It brings back memories or something like that. It takes a long time to kind of erase that and just say, look, you've got food security, don't worry about it. But horses live in the moment. They don't really have the ability to kind of, you know, plan ahead. You're like, oh, I guess I'll save a little bit of this for later because I'll probably be hungry. Instead, they just want to eat it all. They put a bale of hay in front of a horse, they'll eat the whole thing. So, not planners. Okay, 2 more horses to go. Okay, last 2 horses to be fed. They're at the back, Luke and Roni. And while we're back there, we'll take a quick look at the trail. I had a question on how it did with the rain. We had rain, as I said in the last video. I was against the clock on getting that trail sorted out before it rained, and it did rain. We had a thunderstorm. Wow, that was a good one. So I was able to get it all done before that. So we'll take a look to see how it's faring back there. Gracie's worried about something. What else is new? She's got something on her mind. She hears something, sees something, thinks something, imagines something. I don't even know. So, yeah, the trail system has just been absolutely a chore, a lot of work, but well worth it. Right, Luke? You like it, don't you? It's fun. Okay, later, buddy. Good to see you. Come back for that in a bit. Over to Roni, who's waiting patiently. He's always the last in my row. Check waters. Waters are looking good. Back here, just filled them yesterday, so no problems. paddock number 8, Mr. Roney. So, yeah, I mean, I know that this style of feeding is new to some people. You kind of, a lot of people who it's new to kind of think, well, why, how can a horse even manage that? Well, this is totally empty. You know, horses manage hay bags without an issue. They've been eating like this here for 6 years now, and no issues whatsoever with the idea, concept, follow through for the horses, and that'll set them up for the night, just like everybody else. Hey, pal. Ooh, you've got a couple of mosquito bites. That sucks. Yowzers. Mosquitoes are coming out. It's summertime. Can't be helped. And so yeah, so for everybody who worries about, oh, can they get the hay out of the hay bags, they are absolute experts at getting the hay out of the hay bags, and it does them good because it slows them down and allows us to provide not too much food, enough food that their tummies will stay relatively full for an extended amount of time. Okay, so into the forest we go. It's been a journey getting this done. Almost there, just a little bit more to go. The weather did turn rainy, did turn soggy and wet for a couple of days. Today you can see kind of the ground's a little bit wet here and darker. I don't know if you can tell. You probably can't tell. I can tell because I live here. But yeah, see, I can't work in here. It's just, it gets wet, stays wet once we have a few days of sun. So we're supposed to have a few days of sun coming up over the next few days. So that's when I'm going to work. Unfortunately, Canada Day is coming up on Friday. So I was going to order a little bit more gravel, but I cannot because there's not enough time. So here we are. This has stayed pretty good. I think I need to rake it out because where the gator was coming through, it sort of sank a little bit here and there, but it has firmed up. It's not, maybe here. Yeah, that's about it though. So the reason it's going to firm up is because there's so much pressure from the gravel. I mean, it's tons and tons of gravel. I think this alone is probably a good 6 tons spread out. So it's going to be essentially like, you know, just slowly mashing that water out of there, and it'll squeeze out of the side and dry out, and then underneath will be more hard pack, and because it's gravel, it's going to sort of shed off the water. Once it's raked properly, I'll crown it a bit and it'll shed off the water one way or the other, just goes into the ground. And then the next step, got the excavator down here, and the next step is there's a little bit of extra on here that I'm going to roll out, but I want to smooth this. As I said, we don't want these big bumps and stuff like that. It's going to make it so that we waste gravel so flat as possible. So a big huge scrape along here, clean up these edges and stuff like that, get it all sort of tidy and nice. These types of roots and stuff like that are in here sometimes can be quite a pain. This one here is really tough, so it'll have to be sort of cut. There's a lot of little tiny roots, and then drag around this corner. And oh, what happened here? Some branches filled in. This is new. See, you never know. It's forest, and this kind of stuff happens surprisingly a lot. And when stuff like that happens and you're out with the horses, or you know, it happens more towards the place, then you can scare the horses pretty good. So whatever, we'll move that. This is going to get all scraped. We're going to go another 100 feet, which I expect is going to take me to, oh gosh, I don't know, probably about here. I would guess I'm going to make it to this hemlock here, and that's yeah, see, you can see this is hemlock here, and that one's a cedar growing beside it. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make it to here, past there to here, and then from there it is a matter of going along probably another, if I were to guess, I'm going to say another 150 feet or so. You can see it's kind of gnarly in here, but we got to make it to there. Now, a lot of people ask me if I would make a map, an overview map of this trail system, and I will. It's It's kind of hard because I want to put a drone up in the air and try to track where I am, because right now it's almost impossible to see down into the forest because of the canopy. But if I can get the gravel in, I don't know if I can do it before, but getting the gravel in should help me see sort of the lighter color instead of the brown. Oh man, there are skeeters everywhere. So I've got another 100 feet here of this cloth, 100, 110 or so. And so that's going to be done till, so this, from this edge down to that corner, plus another 50 feet or so will still need to be cloth and graveled. I don't have enough gravel for that though, so I got to buy some more gravel. Anyhow, so the trails have held up really, really well despite the rain. No issues at all. Still hard. I mean, especially through here, it's really hard packed. Everything has really settled in well. So I'm excited. I can't wait to use these trails full. So we're doing well. Other than that, I guess to conclude, bracelet reorders should be happening hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We've just got, I think 11 or so more to build, which about a week and a half, 2 weeks or so for sure. And then from there, we should be able to figure out exactly how much more we can make. And we are going to take in, like if people want to send their horsehair, if they can get their horsehair here, then we'll make bracelets based off of those. So if you have a horse, or you had a horse and you kept the hair, or you have a horse and you can get some hair, then we'll do those, and then you'll have a bracelet. I need my cart. Then you'll have a bracelet for that, which I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a neat idea. Then we don't have to, you know, have such a limitation on the bracelets, because we can only take so much off the horses here before they have no tail left, and we don't want that. Let's see. And then the paint by numbers idea, that was David's idea. In case anybody's wondering how we got that idea, David came up with it and said, hey, what about this for a little fundraiser merch thing to do? I was like, that is fantastic. So I found a company. I'm trying to get a hold of them to see if we can get some better deals on them. The deal that they give is pretty average, pretty good though, because it's free shipping. And the picture of the painting is about a foot by a foot. It's quite a bit. It's quite intricate. So I think a foot by a foot is still pretty good size. And yeah, so the foot, about a foot by a foot, is going to probably be somewhere between 40 and 50 Canadian. So if you're in the States, it's less, obviously. And comes with all the paints. It's on canvas and a few brushes to go with that. And so yeah, it's a whole kit. It's a whole paint by numbers kit that you can paint. So I think it's fantastic. I don't know if I have the full amount of time or patience to paint out how intricate they are. I think they're fantastic, really well built. So we'll see. A lot of you have taken some interest in that. So let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I think we might do 3 different sizes. The smallest size, a middle, and a bit larger one, and it'll vary in price. I think the cheapest one, we can get it down to 40 for sure. And the more pricey one will be up near 60, I guess. It won't be a big money maker. It'll be more of an idea for everybody to sort of be a part of here, to paint the horses that are here. And that'll be pretty cool. So that's it for this one. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please, that would be so cool to make it to 20,000. I don't know, maybe by the end of July. You know, give it a month. If we can get another, I think 650 people to subscribe. I think we can make that, and that would be really neat. Growth has been fantastic over the last 6 months. We've made exactly as many new subscribers in the first 5 years as we have in the last 6 months. So growth has been for a little bit there, and that's really good. I'm really happy about that. We're going to be raising a little bit more awareness for the BC Wildies, which are our Canadian Mustangs. If you're unfamiliar with what a BC Wildie is, British Columbia, there are feral horses that are out and about. And yeah, Global's gonna do a little thing pretty soon, and I will link to that for everybody that was wondering about that. So for sure, again, that just means subscribe and you will find out as soon as I find out, because that's when I'll put it up. Anyhow, that's it. What a day. It has been a busy day. Cloudy for most of the day, but nice all the same. Dry, other than this morning. So tomorrow's going to be back and at it on the trails, and I will keep documenting that for everybody and follow along, and it'll be good. And then we have Canada Day on Friday, and then the weekend. So hopefully everybody's having a great day, and I will see you in the next one.